Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Formula Nitro coverage here from Melbourne, from Australia. I am, of course, your commentator, JC. Alongside me today for today's commentary is the man himself, Freakies. He's also in the booth. So, Freakies, we are here at Melbourne for the first time, and it's not for, coincidence. We're here for a race that, honestly, is going to be very intriguing, considering we've got a lot to talk about with the fact that we had the trial race, and now we're here for the real deal. So, what is the difference here between this trial race and, the actual race?
Well, welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the trial race is not that important as an actual race. Like, round one, you get points. For a trial race, you don't. So, drivers have to be more careful if they want to do strategies. They shouldn't risk too much, maybe just keep positions. But it's going to be exciting to see how everybody will play it out, especially in qualifying if you get a track limit in the last seconds and if you go on a lap. It's going to be exciting to see, really.
Without a doubt. And I think, too, you got to look at it. This is the first time these guys actually get their feet wet. I mean, respectfully. Because, the trial race, it was at Coda. Coda's a great circuit, don't get me wrong. But, man, this circuit here is just the definition of what Formula Nitro is all about, honestly, in my opinion. You look at this circuit, and it just never gets old for me. Like, it is one of the staples of Formula Nitro because there's been a lot of historic moments. And there's also been a lot of versions of Melbourne, which makes it so unique in a way. So, I just realized the stream's private. Okay. All right. Great.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, that explains why nobody's watching. Well, there we go. That's embarrassing. We got to figure it out, though, so that's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's that's funny, I can't lie. All right, let's ping everybody, I guess. Yeah, let me do that real quick, and then let's do this again. That is so embarrassing, I can't lie. That's actually really embarrassing, but it happens. It's whatever. That's what happens when you don't check the code sometimes, so it is what it is.
Professionals make mistakes, too.
Yep, true that. All right, so let's get the stream going. We're ready to get going here at Australia. I need to change the thumbnail too. Dude, for goodness sake, it's okay. We'll get this figured out. I'm just gonna do a giant Australia flag for the thumbnail. Honestly, that's all I'll just do.
Do it upside down.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. All right. That work? Nope. That's a web file. You know what? We're just gonna do that. That's cool. That's very cool. Yep. All right. Cool. So again, we go to this circuit. We've had a lot of historic moments happen here in Formula Nitro. One of them is, of course, with Johnny flying over the fence. That was something that everybody, if you are a Formula Nitro knower, you know about what went down that day. A crazy turn of events. It was right in this corner, but again, that was a whole different version of Melbourne. It was a completely different circuit. So you go from that to this, where it's just a lot more detailed. And again, you're also not in the middle of the ocean. So that's another thing also. So, yeah. Right now, though, we got a very nice grid for today's race here on this beautiful Saturday here in Melbourne, Australia. Now, Freakies, I want to say right now, the race last week was really fun. Honestly, it was really enjoyable. But the fact that we finally get to see these dudes actually race for points, it's going to play a lot of factors. And also, there's a new system that apparently the boys that have been working really hard, of course, Commander, Atomics, all those dudes out there have been working really hard on finding a system, and they found a system that will make it so that you actually can get a puncture in Formula Nitro now. So, Atomics, honestly, he's been working with this with Commander, and I thought it would be absolutely perfect, honestly, because it kind of adds to the whole factor of, hey, this is, Formula Nitro, and anything can happen at any given moment. But the fact you might have, punctures now to play a factor into a race, very tasty. Isn't that right, Freakies?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's all thanks to Atomics and Commander who put in the hours to make this mechanic work, to bring in more excitement than it already has been for Formula Nitro, as it's basically the best league of all time. Not gonna lie, like Commander is a goat, Atomics is a goat, you're a goat, and
I'm not good, but I appreciate
you
it.
are,
I'm
you
not though.
are.
I'm not. All right, so again though, we look at Australia. This circuit, honestly, 100% is one of my favorite circuits. I don't know what it is. It's just iconic in that sense. But what I'm most looking forward to the most with this is the fact that these guys finally get to go out there, race for some points. That is what I love more importantly about this Grand Prix, more than anything in the world, honestly. So, right now, let's look at the drivers that we have right now. More of the same as last week, but again, you know, it's a very nice grid, I have to say. A lot of cars all piled up. It looks like that scene from that movie where the power just goes out in everything. And it's not ideal, that's for sure. So, yeah, not ideal at all. But again, there's no I don't think they have actual problems in qualifying. So, we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be chilling. We'll be good. Right now, we're currently on standby here. We'll see if somebody does, you know, a Max Verstappen in qualifying today. We'll see if that plays out. But again, I really don't think that's going to happen. We'll see that. Right now, though, the front row right now here, like, of, you know, the grid, we got Midas. You have Harley, Six Eyes, Billy Boy, Abraham, or Kappa, I should say. Then you got, Choco, right? Hold on. I have my notes.
VZS. It's VZS.
VZS. There you go. Yep, I have my notes. Start with that. VZS, again, very consistent. Dill's here, right? The big Dill? Yes, the big Dill is here. Kane is here. Bulky is here. We have some new drivers as well. Chris is here, obviously, but Popperdus, I don't know how to pronounce that. We have Dice here. M6 is back. You know, all the boys are here. So you love to see that. You really do. But yeah, right now, we are currently under standby, just trying to figure out what's going on. So again, if you're just tuning in, hello everyone, welcome back to Formula Nitro coverage here. We're back with a bang. And it is a beautiful, beautiful day here in Melbourne, Australia. I should have started the stream when qualifying started. This is going to be a long, long stream.
It looks like more drivers are joining. We got the driver who got lapped 2 times in
in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to restart the stream. Let me do that real quick. I'm going to restart the stream because, yeah, that start was absolutely diabolical. All right, hold on. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We got the difficulties fixed. We're back here from Melbourne, Australia. What a beautiful sight it is to see cars on the circuit and going for their qualifying. And again, this is a 10-minute qualifying session. We already have 2 drivers with track limits. And they haven't even got on their outlap yet. So here we go. They go around the circuit. They're ready to go racing. And again, I am joined by Freakies here in the booth. We're ready to get going for what should be a beautiful, beautiful day of Formula Nitro racing. And in general, Formula Nitro Academy. So, again, sorry about the technical difficulties. We've got to figure it out. We're back, ready to go. And man, I am really excited for this because we got everything fixed. The stream quality is good. The audio quality is good. Commander's here. Atomics is here. Star World's here. Freakies is here. And we got all these drivers here. I mean, you cannot ask for more, honestly. So, with that being said, welcome to Melbourne, Australia. And we already have a car in the wall. M6, out of the final corner, is in the wall. His car is stopped. And there's nothing, there's no caution. Nope, he's good. He's good. He's keeping it going. That's good to see. We love to see that. Again, you're seeing a lot of track limits. And that's mainly because you're seeing these drivers test. I did not mean to emote. You're seeing these drivers test the limits, if that makes sense. You're seeing the drivers test the limits of what the circuit has to offer.
It's a 10-minute qualifying session either way. You can put in as many times as you want within these time limits. So it's better to just test the track, like how much you can push around each corner, how much you can extend the gap between the grass and the track to get the most amount of time as possible. It's a perfect opportunity if you miss practice, really. and I'm excited to see how qualifying will pay out.
Well, absolutely, and I think also too it plays in a factor of, we have this new regulation system, and more importantly, it's better than whatever the F1 has right now. That's for sure. But there are punctures now. So would you like to inform us on that, Freakies?
Yeah, basically, Atomics and Commander has worked on this mechanic for hours, and basically what puncture does is your tires pop basically at 500 HP, and you will go slow, like you're gonna lose many times, so it's gonna interfere with your strategy if you have a lot of damage or if you get in a huge crash. It's gonna be in a factor, like you gotta notice your fuel, you gotta look out for your damage now, you gotta look out for your truck limits, you gotta look out for other drivers to not crash into them. It's just an exciting factor, and it's gonna bring a little more spice into the exciting race that we already have.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, already I'm in the cars here. You can see everybody right now, especially in this corner here where you got the stadium section. A lot of track limits. I've seen like 5 track limits now in the stadium section. See another one just now as Paparis goes a little wide. I think he's getting behind the Christos machine. So, with that being said, qualifying is going right now. And currently, Billy Boy is on the pole with a 101.979. Very good lap time, I'd say. Very, very good lap time. We'll see if that sticks. Again, I mean, if you are a driver that has a really good lap, you could literally just say, all right, I'm done, and just sit in the pit lane, because the problem is that if you have that good lap and you do another lap and it's worse, that's your lap time. Snooze, you lose, folks. That's how it works. So, again, you can have all the pace in the world, but you could still ruin your qualifying completely within seconds. Isn't that right, Freakies?
Yeah, it is exactly what's the main point of this quality, is to just push the most out of your car as possible without getting track limits, and the time pays out, especially in the later factors like 2 minutes left or 1 minute left of the session. That's gonna be a huge gamble to all of the drivers if they want to improve. And there's the chance they are gonna decrease their times, which would put them in a worse position that they already had. So the drivers need to gamble on this if they want to keep their lap or just stick with it, which is the safest choice, really.
Well, true that. And right now we're seeing some drivers get going again. Also, there's some new drivers as well getting on the grid finally. But man, we've got a great grid today. Isn't that right? I mean, seriously, this is absolutely beautiful. See all these drivers out here. And VZS is lagging really bad. He's pulling a Max Verstappen right now. He's in the sand trap. And he gets it back going, but I don't know what happened there. He was lagging really bad. I think he was trying to get a gap on all these other drivers here that were in front of him. Trying to get behind them. Maybe possibly use some of that DRS. I don't know. But I hope he's all good, because we do not want to have a lag spike mid-race. We've seen what happens when that happens, and it's not ideal. As Midas again gets another track limit. M6 as well. You're seeing a lot of these drivers here take this corner. It is very strict. So you got to be very careful. That could be your lap. You see, I mean, look at that right there. No track limits there for that. Let's see if anybody else gets track limits in this corner. And there's one. M6 gets one. You can see the difference between, track limits or not, is when you put those 4 tires here through this and not just 1 or 2. So that's exactly what happened there. M6 had 4 tires fully within that sausage barrier or sausage curve. So, with that being said right now, it looks like VZS, despite everything going on, is on pole, Freakies. So that is very intriguing. You got 3 minutes left, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. We'll find out what that's about. Yep, Villager News is off the circuit on the sand trap. And I don't know what that means here, but not ideal at all. It's a driver that just joined in, and not ideal for any circumstances. Seriously. But again, it's early. We got 2 minutes and 35 seconds still left in this thing. If that car can keep going, as Commander currently is emoting, or not Commander, that is Midas, sorry. Midas emoting on top of the car. So, yeah, great sportsmanship, folks. But yeah, it's been a wonderful week in Australia. The weather's been lovely. I haven't seen a single spider yet, which is beautiful, honestly. That's great to hear. We don't like huntsman spiders, you know? Did not get to hang out with Vexa, though, which, you know, that's unfortunate. It's been very busy, so. The Aussie was not available for this weekend. But, again, I'm trying to figure something out here. Hold on. Did I get out of Discord? Hold on. Did I close it? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. Nice. All right, I was wondering. I'm making sure. Got it all figured out. All figured out. Well, 1:27 on the clock here in qualifying. And right now, VZS is on pole. Second is Bulky. And Dice is third. They were celebrating in the chat. I don't know if y'all saw it, like, below. But they were celebrating that. I think they're done. Look, they're just chilling right now. So that's great. You love to see that. But, man, 1:05 on the clock. Christos just got a track limit, which, you know, I'm being completely honest, not ideal at all. You don't ever want to get a track limit right on your outlap, but, you know, it happens, I guess. We also have Baroni as well. You're coming around these final corners. Let's see how he does. This probably is his lap here, so we'll see. 38 seconds left in this qualifying session. And here we go. Dill starting his lap. O'Neal starting his lap. Kane starting his lap. Is Christos going to get there in time? 100%. Yep, here comes Christos. A lot of drivers are going to get their laps off. Is Villager News going to be a part of it despite being in the sand trap? Yep, he is going to. And unfortunate for Kane is he has a track limit warning, so that lap is going to be invalidated. And the checkered flag is in the air for qualifying. But there are still drivers coming around the circuit. Baroni out of the final couple corners. Now that final turn. He didn't even sound like he was in full throttle there. Oh, it's not ideal at all. There's O'Neal. And then there is Christos. So it looks like the grid is about to be set. It is looking like VZS is on pole for the Australian Grand Prix here in Melbourne for the Fortnite Nitro Academy race. Not the trial race. It is the official Academy race. So the red lights are on, and we are on standby for the start of this Grand Prix. Again, if you're just tuning in, hello, welcome back to Fortnite Nitro Racing. Alongside me in the booth is Freakies. And
Yeah,
again,
hi guys, I'm back.
You're good, no worries. And what a beautiful day it is here in Melbourne. Beautiful day in Australia. You know, we would talk about it, but the crowd is filled up. A lot of people here to see these drivers go at it for the first time here in Melbourne in Fortnite Nitro Academy in 2026. So right now we got some drivers just emoting on the circuit. You know, you love to see that. You absolutely love to see it. Oh, goofballs, I swear. They are just a bunch of goofballs. It's great. I'm trying to fix something real quick. My FPS is struggling. I think it's mainly because I have reflections. Oh yeah, let me turn that off. Shadows, I don't really care about shadows. It's all good. There we go. Okay, no, I do care about shadows. That makes the game so much better. What the heck? Crazy how a little setting like that does something. That's insane. Actually insane. Alright, show FPS is fine. Okay. That should fix it. And if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna figure something out here. Alright. Let me do this real quick. This. Oh, my Google's open. That explains it all. That's why I was lagging. LOL. Okay, hopefully that fixes everything. Did that fix everything? It sure looks like it. I could be completely wrong though. Well, here they go around the circuit, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to get going here. All the drivers have done their qualifying. We are ready for the real deal. And look at this, man. I want to just say something real quick. We have 24 people in the game. And Billy Boy's in the wall. What in the world just happened? You don't see that every day.
Must have been an incident.
You don't see that every day, that's for sure.
Maybe he hit a debris like Norris did in qualifying in real life today.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, JC, can you read out the order that they did qualifying in? Because obviously I missed quali, and maybe people missed it. So can you please say the order out?
It'd be my pleasure. So starting in row number 1, we have VZS and Bulky. Row 2, we have Dice and M6. Row number 3, we have Billy Boy and O'Neal. Row 4, we have Six Eyes and Harley. Row 5, we have Dill and Abraham. Row 6, we have Midas and Baroni. Row 7, we have Papyrus and Kane. Row 8, we have Villager News and Christos. And then all the way back there, of course, Phil knows some of these drivers didn't even get their session off. So look at this, though. I mean, what a grid we got here today. That is something I just love to see. Genuinely, I absolutely love to see. Again, we look at the track limits. That plays a factor into this thing because we always have these drivers sometimes that are very, very aggressive at the start, and it usually doesn't pay off for them. And that's exactly what happened because you see, the thing is, again, with this whole system, it works because you have these drivers that are very aggressive, and they'll test the limit of the circuit. And sometimes it'll play off. Sometimes it'll pay off. And then sometimes it's just going to be an absolute disaster. So you really have to be smart with what you're doing. Because if you really want to risk it, you can. But again, if you go and have a track limits warning, your lap is done. It's invalidated. And that's exactly what happened to some of these drivers. So we got to look at that in the next qualifying session when the season starts officially in Formula Nitro for F1, 2, 3, and maybe even another series that I will not talk about quite yet. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The grid is set. We will have our formation lap very, very soon. Trying to repair all the cars, it seems, right now is what's going on. Filling up the cars as well. That is a huge factor into this. You don't want to have a driver start off with 99% fuel and then complain about how unfair it is, which, I mean, to be honest, it is unfair. I mean, everybody should start at 100% fuel. Without a doubt. No doubt in my mind. It's kind of funny, though. You're seeing these drivers kind of, like, angle their cars like this. But, again, it's a formation. We haven't done the formation lap yet. So, I don't understand what bro's doing. But I'm all for the aggressiveness. That's for sure. Again, if you're just tuning into the stream, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Formula Nitro coverage here from Melbourne, Australia. Again, this broadcast is presented by FRSN, the Fortnite Racing Streaming Network. If you have not already checked out FRSN, it is your home to all of Fortnite racing, whether that is anything in terms of Fortnite racing. Of course, you have old Fortnite NASCAR. You have Formula Nitro. You got all that stuff at your fingertips. Go to FRSN on YouTube. Also, go subscribe to Commander, man. Seriously, he makes this all possible. Big props to him. And man, honestly, I'm ready to go racing, aren't you, freakies?
Yeah, I mean, my adrenaline is up high right now. I'm just excited to see these cars. What will happen in lap 1? Who is gonna be leading after lap 1? Is it gonna be BZS? Is it gonna be Bulky? Or is it gonna be a surprise? I honestly don't know.
Well, again, I want to ask everybody in the chat right now. Let me know who you got for today's Grand Prix. Again, a very nice grid today. Some drivers that I think have a lot of talent. And they're going to show it today. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, as they go and start their formation lap. So this is when we officially do the starting grid. The drivers warming up their tires, getting ready to go. VZS on the pole. That is what you need to know. He's quick. He's fast. Is it going to be enough, though? Probably not, considering we have DRS. Considering we have a system where pole honestly doesn't work out in a lot of ways. But beautiful weather here today. There's some clouds in the sky, but it's not any rain threat, that's for sure. And look at these drivers warming the tires. This is a sight you'd love to free and see right now. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
JC, I want to ask you, who's gonna win this Grand Prix today?
Well, you know, it's hard to say, honestly, but I'm going to go comfortably. And I'm going to say, I think Dill is going to be the real deal today. He's going to win in Australia, as he has a very bad start to getting on the grid properly. But everything's figured out. That's good. So we got 35 seconds till we get this thing to going. Who's your pick to win this thing?
Trial? Yeah, in the trial, I picked Kane to win. Obviously, I trained him to become where he is right now, and I'm gonna pick him this time too. He's starting from the back of the grid, however, but nothing is impossible, as we've seen many, many times in Nitro history.
Absolutely, and VZS gonna have that very good start here. But look at this, Bulky is on that inside line, and we know how that works on the inside line. If Bulky gets a really good start here on VZS, he's gonna take the lead, that's for sure. So he's got to be having the best start he possibly can. No early starts at all. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the 5 red lights. We are ready to get going here in Australia, and the lights out, and we are away and ready to go. It is underway. What a start we've got with all these drivers on the grid. They're side by side, now going into the DRS zone, which again is going to be activated on lap number 3 as they're 3 abreast into the corner. Oh my goodness. Abraham goes up and over, gets it back going, but my goodness, that was really, really close. As, oh my gosh, Billy Boy and Phil are all the way in the back of the circuit.
Billy had a huge accident into turn 2 as he went flying almost out of the track, but he somehow kept it going. Now he's in last place in front of Illinois, who spun in turn 3.
Not at all an ideal position for Phil Noah and Billy Boy. They're so far back. They're probably going to need a safety car to get back in this thing. And again, we've got a lot of drivers here today, so that is a very high chance of happening. Also, we could have a puncture. So, yeah, it's all good. But right now, VZS leading comfortably over Bulky. You got Dice in third. That's your podium right now. Then it's O'Neal, Harley, M6, Dill, my pick, Six Eyes, Baroni. Is that how you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it? I actually want to know.
Baron. I'll just say Baron.
Oh, well, speaking of Baron, he goes into the wall. Very unfortunate for him. He's going to fall all the way back over where Phil No and Billy Boy are.
It's the commentator curse is back, ladies and
100%
gentlemen.
is the commentator curse. Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. Also, my mistake saying DRS is on lap 3. I meant lap 2. I don't know why I said that. That was very stupid. Whatever, it's fine. Here comes Bulky on the outside, trying to make the move on VZS. Can he do it? He has that preferred inside line. They're side by side. Bulky's going to take that position comfortably. Here comes Dice down the inside. Is he going to force it inside? No, he is not. He's going to slot behind the VZS machine. And Bulky takes the lead of the Grand Prix. So Bulky, VZS, Dice, O'Neal, Harley, M6. And then Dill slotting behind with 6 Eyes, Keppa, Kane, Papyrus, Midas, Villager News, Christos, and Baroni. And again, here comes VZS down the inside. Is he going to make that inside work as they go on through the stadium section? Trying to send it. Dice is also there. And Bulky is forced on that outside line. Dice is still there. Bulky, I think, knows that. Trying to slot in behind the VZS machine, but cannot do so. But the DRS is going to play off for Bulky as he's going to go down the inside on VZS. Dice is going to slot behind. And that's absolutely brilliant racing early on. So Bulky takes the lead. VZS in second, and Dice in third, and then O'Neal in fourth. And oh my goodness, we have a car that went into the wall, got it back going. Papyrus went into the wall, but here they go into the DRS zone again. Bulky's going to go behind. He's trying to force himself inside. He literally honked. I mean, you could hear it. But again, you cannot do that. I'm sorry. You literally, unless you are there on the inside, you can do it. I mean, you can do that. But like, if you're not on the inside, you can't just force your way through in the inside. That's just not how things work. If there's already a car on the inside, you can't just go, hey, that's my line. No, it is not. But you know whose line it is now? It's Bulky as he goes down into the DRS zone and is going to take that position away. But is he, though? Is he going to take that position? Not quite. VZS is going to take that position right back from Bulky. And here comes Dice down the inside. Dice takes that second position away. And Bulky goes from first to third within a whole straightaway. Very unfortunate.
Nothing to lose, really. He's still in the top 3. He's still in the DRS of the top 2. He can make a move if he's close enough. Or a driver makes mistakes. But as of right now, Dice is gonna send it down the inside of VZS into turn 3. They're gonna leave spaces to each other, and VZS backs out a little bit. So Dice is now your leader of the Grand Prix. VZS slots in second place. Then Bulky is third. Behind him is his teammate O'Neal. Then the Williams of Harley is in P5. I mean, almost everybody is in this huge DRS train, really. There's nothing unusual happening, really.
Oh, they're going to be side by side with the DRS. This is going to work out perfectly for Bulky. Bulky's going to take that position away from VZS here. I thought what was going to happen is we're going to have one of those things in Nitro where there's a chance where if your cars are side by side, the DRS doesn't work for the both of you. And the driver behind you can just gain a ton, as Bulky is going to do exactly that and go down the inside of Dice and take the lead once again. But here comes VZS as well. Dice is going to have DRS, though, on Bulky. Is he going to send it on the outside? He's going to try and tiptoe around the outside. Can't quite do it. He's still there on the inside. He's going to have to go a little wide into the stadium section, and they're going to be still side by side between Bulky and Dice. VZS is watching, making sure that he can lurk at the right moment at any given second. Bulky's still leading. Dice is still on the outside. He's trying to tiptoe around the outside of the Bulky machine. Is it going to work here as they go into the DRS zone? Here comes VZS as well. Are they going to go 3 wide? No, he's going to try and force his way on the inside. Can't quite do it. Dice is still leading. Bulky is behind, and it is VZS who's going to go on the inside of Bulky. Try and send it as they go through the corner.
They were close to make contact with Bulky and VZS there. They're gonna fight. But look who's the dark horse here. O'Neal has been sitting around, saving fuel. This might be the ideal strategy for him, as he can save 1 lap of fuel at least. That would make his strategy more efficient.
Harley's trying to... Sorry for interrupting. I'm so sorry. Harley's trying to honk as loud as possible on the M6 machine. But again, this battle for the lead has been just incredible to watch. But this is also very incredible. Seeing Harley trying to go on the inside here of M6. M6 got forced really wide here. And again, though, we look at this freakies. We're so early on in this. We're 7 laps in. As, oh my goodness, they might go 3 wide here. Are they going to go through? No, they will not. VZS is going to go around the outside of Bulky. Is it going to work, though? It 100% will. As he's going to have the DRS. So is Bulky as well. They're going to go 3 wide nearly. Bulky had to go wide. They are 3 wide. Harley, M6, and Bulky went 3 wide into that corner.
As now Dale is on the inside of Bulky, almost gets pushed into the pit lane or get close to it, but they somehow keep it safe, fortunately. Now they're still a side-by-side. Dale doesn't want to let that position go as they just collide. Dale hits the wall from another car, which is unfortunate because now Kane is gonna overtake him, but he gets a bumper glitch too, and now they are side-by-side, getting damage to each other, which is not really particularly good as you can get a puncture. As you gotta watch out for any damage as possible and minimize it.
Without a doubt, we're seeing some DRS trains here. And you know there's a train? It is Dice. Dice down the inside, going to take that position away. But VZS is smart. He knows he's going to have the DRS. He knows he's going to have the power. He knows he's going to have the speed. He's going to go down the inside on Dice, and he's going to just retake the lead immediately. That very short DRS zone really plays a factor into how this race is going to go, I guarantee you. So you got to really keep an eye on that as this race goes on. But right now, it is VZS, Dice, and O'Neal as your podium. As it was the man himself, Bulky, in third most of this race. He was in the lead at some point. He was in second at some point. He was in this podium places at some point. He's dropped all the way back to, I believe, the 5th position. Now the 6th position, actually. So not ideal at all. But, man, what a great race we've got so far between all these drivers here on the grid. And we got Tristan here in the booth. Tristan, how's it going, man? You're just listening? Fair enough. Respect it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just tuning into the broadcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fortnite Nitro coverage here as we get ready for what should be a thrilling, incredible race we've had so far as Dice goes down the inside again, and this time it's going to work on VZS. O'Neal's going to slot behind here in third. So, again, that podium place is not changing at all. Harley, what a run for him. He's in 4th. The lone Twitch streamer here. As here comes VZS down the inside on Dice. Again, it's been a great battle between these two. And it looks like Dice is going to try and take the lead here on the outside. Is he going to make it work? He absolutely is. He's going to take the lead again. It's really just been a battle for that position. Back and forth they go. And you can see there's a big train here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cars in this pack. And then you have this battle here between Barone and Poppertus. Barone trying to take that position away. Is he going to do so? It looks like he's going to have the preferred inside line for now. And it's going to play out for him.
Meanwhile, VZS is gonna re-overtake Dice, as we have seen many times this race, into P1, into the same corner, the same situation all over again. But it keeps like a routine for other drivers to like keep it safe. Maybe someone will risk it, like Dice can risk it if he wants to like make a move that he didn't do in many laps. Which is now he's going to go to the outside. And I think nobody got DRS this time. They're gonna be side by side still into turn 4. They're gonna be side by side into turn 5. And O'Neal is just gonna sit behind them. He's either gonna save fuel or either he's gonna overtake them both. So now they're still side by side into the DRS straight we go. As now Dice will get DRS of VZS. He's gonna go on his left to overtake him. But VZS will have the DRS in him the next straight. Let's see if Dice will defend. No, he will not. VZS goes down into the inside and goes into P1 again.
You could hear him get off the throttle there in the corner as they went 3 wide nearly. M6 had to go really wide there. As they're going down pit lane, it is VZS, Dice, Bulky, Kane down pit lane. Same with Six Eyes, same with Christos. Who else is going down pit lane? It's Popperus and Barone, who are side by side. They nearly make contact. And Barone nearly went into another pit lane. It is absolute carnage on pit road. My goodness, it is so tight.
And now Dice has lost a huge amount of time as he had cars on his lap, meaning he couldn't have gone, and he's lost a huge amount of time to VZS, as now he might not even be in the top 10 anymore.
And, you know, you just got to really feel for some of these drivers here. And Philno trying to play out a strategy, it looks like. I'm kidding. No, they're just so far back. All these drivers exiting pit lane. Right now, it is currently the lead for Harley. We'll see how it plays off here for him. Are they going to pit this time?
I think they will. I think they will, JC.
No, yep, they are. They 100% are. Everybody on pit lane except Dill. Dill is not pitting.
We have seen this in the trial race. He hasn't pitted when everybody else did. He stayed out one more lap, but he pitted in his wrong box, so he got a time penalty for it, which is really unfortunate. But let's see if he will pit in his box this time and get an advantage. Of course, he has no DRS, so he might lose a lot of time, but he might gain on strategy. As now Harley comes out in front of VZS and O'Neil slots in behind him. As Kane goes down the inside of his teammate M6 as Boki's on his right side. But M6 got DRS, he will take the position, and now Boki and Kane side by side still. But I think it's gonna settle now.
Well, right now it has just been absolutely thrilling to watch. The strategy is really playing out as Harley, what a move, what a decision, because now you're leading the Grand Prix provisionally, unless Dill can get something to work out for him here. As Philno also down pit lane, and here comes Dill. How is it going to work out for the Dill machine? Is it going to be the real deal? Is it going to be the big deal? We'll find out. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't think it's going to work out in his favor, considering they got a full DRS train coming steaming ahead down into these final corners. We'll see how it works out. Dill finally getting into the actual part where he gets his pit stop. And honestly, it might play out. It might, honestly. It's going to be really close. No, he's going to slot in with Kane. So, oh my goodness, they make contact out of pit lane. That's crazy. Okay, that is absolutely massive. Harley is going to lose that P1 position, but not quite. They're still going to be side by side. Not for long, though, as VZS will retake the lead. So let's go through the order now. It is VZS, Harley, O'Neil, M6. We have Kane, Bulky, Abraham, Dill, Villager Noose, Six Eyes, Dice, Christos, Midas, and then we have Paparis, Billy Boy, Barone, and then all the way back here, unfortunately, if I can find him, is Phil. No. Sorry, man. But yeah, look at this, y'all. They're racing really hard. I'm loving this. Has been a great race so far here in Melbourne. Both drivers here in the front. Honestly, all these drivers in the front deserve all the credit. All these drivers in the grid deserve the credit. That's for sure. Again, if you're not already, dropped a like on the stream. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also, go subscribe to FRSN on YouTube. Thank you. Would really appreciate it. It just shows your love and support. It also boosts the ratings of the video, so more people would join Fortnite Nitro. Woo! Sorry. Anyways, we have a very intriguing battle here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get an O'Neill's machine right now, and I'm gonna drink some water, and we're gonna have some onboard camera views here.
I think Harley's strategy is just to stay behind VZS to conserve fuel, as he doesn't need to overtake him. He just needs to stay behind him, as it plays out for him and not for VZS, because he doesn't have DRS. He cannot save fuel technically because he has people behind him. He can't lift and coast, and it's gonna play a huge factor, as now Buron is out of this Grand Prix, out of round 1 of Former Nitro Academy, which is really unfortunate, as he got.
And we have a virtual safety car. He got killed by Billy, apparently. I didn't even see that, but okay. So we have a virtual safety car here on the circuit. Our first caution of the day. is on lap number 16. So honestly, did not expect it to happen this late on, if we're being completely honest. Isn't that right?
I mean, I expected it in lap 1, if I'm honest with you, but these drivers, I underestimated how clean they can be, as VCS lags a huge amount of time, and on the screen, Harley makes contact with him, and now VCS gained a little bit of time on Harley, like at least half a second considering it's a virtual safety car, but now virtual safety car is gonna end, and now we have green flag again, DRS is enabled. Oh my god,
my
Harley!
goodness! Harley up and over! He has a lag spike off the VZS machine, and that's going to bring out a virtual safety car. Very unfortunate for Harley. Had a perfect strategy, and his race might honestly just be absolutely put into flames. Or up in the air, if anything.
Very,
oh my
very
goodness.
You
You will not see that in Formula 1, that's for sure. Oh my goodness.
We've seen VZS lagging on the virtual safety car, and when it came green flag, VZS lagged, making Harley almost flip over the map, which is really crazy, as now O'Neil might not even be in his DRS anymore. It's gonna play out a huge factor how VZS will take the next couple of corners, if O'Neil will have the DRS or not, as now we are green flag again, DRS is enabled again. So now almost everybody's caught up, except for 1 or 2 guys, but now I think O'Neil has the DRS, so we are not getting down without a fight, as O'Neil would have said. As let's look at check limits, shall we? VCS has 3 check limits, O'Neil only has 1. M6 has 4 check limits, he's on the verge of getting a time penalty. Kane only has 1, Boki has 2, Kappa and Dill has 3, Villager News has 4, he's on the verge of a penalty too. Dice has 2, and 6 has 7 check limits, meaning he will have a penalty unless he can send in a penalty report to remove check limit penalty, which is gonna pay out a lot if VZS can get 2 more track limits.
Well, we know track limits work with penalties and such, and again they play a lot of factor into how these races can actually result in terms of results, right? And you got to be very careful with track limits, because literally one single track limit could honestly cost your race. You got to be very, very careful. You don't want to get that penalty and lose positions, especially with the time penalties. It's not ideal at all. So yeah, Kane and Balky going at it for that 4th position. Balky's going to slot behind the Kane machine. It is O'Neil leading now, as it's M6 and VZS. M6 is just right there. Here comes VZS as well. They're going to be side by side as they go through the stadium section. But it looks like M6 is going to just, again, go right behind the VZS machine.
It's very unfortunate news. There might be blue flag soon, as we have seen in Kota in the trial race. Beninho got lapped twice. Now he's on the verge of getting lapped for the first time this race, as now he's heading into the second to last DRS zone. He's closing in to the front leaders, meaning he will get blue flag. As we have seen, he caused a little bit of drama when being blue flag, isn't that right, Jason?
Yeah, I do remember that. I think it was like when they were on that DRS
Oh my
straight.
god, Chris is in the gravel! He kept going, but he just stopped in the gravel. Sorry for interrupting, but that was interesting.
No worries.
Pulled to the side.
No worries at all.
Yeah,
go on,
JC.
And we have a driver out of the session. It was a Wi-Fi issue apparently from Christos. You just said W Wi-Fi. Oh my goodness! O'Neil had a bumper glitch to VZS, and again, another victim to the VZS bumper glitch. And look at the gap now.
I think it's still in 1 second.
Well, we'll see. I hope it is. Honestly, that would be very lame.
Yeah, O'Neil has the DRS, fortunately. Because now they're really closing in on Finninho. they are really closing in. It's like 2 to 3 seconds a lap at least. It's gonna be interesting how he's gonna do the blue flag. Is he gonna pull to the side or is he gonna risk a penalty? I don't know, man.
Well, I mean,
I don't
again,
know.
his race is done. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but his race is 100%. He's going to need a miracle. He's going to need a miracle. He's going to need speed. And right now, I'm not going to lie to you, he has no speed, especially against this DRS train that's literally coming full steam ahead of him.
I think he might be breaking in the corners, without a doubt. Like, he's very slow in the corners. It might be a Ferrari issue.
Ferrari issue.
I don't know.
I'm crying. Oh, my gosh. That is actually hilarious. I can't lie.
He's actually taking either of Formula 1 lines, which is, technically speaking, not the fastest line.
No, not at all. I'm going to be honest with y'all. If you guys ever race in Formula Nitro, the lines that you take are completely different than what you take in normal F1.
Now look at this. VZS and O'Neill are very close to Finningham now.
They're going to overtake on the front stretch. I guarantee you. I mean, I bet $100 on it. I really would. I'm being so for right here. As VZS down pit lane. Did he go down there on purpose? Yes, he did. 100%. Balky also down. Harley is down there as well.
That might be a smart choice, considering there's a slow car ahead of you, and he might hold you up. So it's a really smart choice for VZS. And now he will be done with his pit stop.
That's 100% true. Honestly, that really could play a factor into it. And again, O'Neill, M6, and Kane, and there's a blue flag. Here we go. That's what we were talking about. Is Phil going to go wide? Yes, it looks like he is 100% going to go wide. I remember he did cause some chaos near incident that might have brought out a safety car. Didn't happen, but
oh my god!
Goodness! Oh my goodness! Phil into the wall.
Oh my
goodness, he nearly wrecked Midas.
Oh my god.
What is Phil now doing?
So somehow M6 is the leader, as only has lost 2 positions. So now Kane and Kepper are gonna head down into pit lane.
So again, is this exactly why you think the drivers behind pit? Because they knew something was going to happen. They knew some chaos or something would actually happen, and it did happen, but not as much as possible as we thought. But I mean, you're still seeing some crazy things happen with Midas, and I'm not gonna lie, M6 nearly just took off the roof of Philno's car. So
let's see, VZS is going to be side by side into turn 1. VZS will come out ahead of Kane, but Kane will have DRS of VZS. He's gonna send it down the inside into turn 3. Are they gonna leave space to each other? Yes, they would. Bucky gets a bumper glitch, as now they are in a 4-pack.
What happened to Harley, though? My goodness, the gap is absolutely massive.
He's with 6 size. They might make up some ground if they fight ahead of him, which they pray for, honestly.
Well, we got. Oh, yo, that is complete. No way that counts. No way you can actually do that. No way. Midas didn't even go through the pit lane. He just cut through the whole corner.
I think that's penalty. Oh my god.
It's absolute traffic jam. Vilna just tried to force his way through. Midas and Dice. Dice's car was on top of Villager News' car. And my goodness gracious, y'all. Absolute carnage in pit lane. And it works out for Billy Boy. Is Billy Boy pitted?
No, he hasn't pitted. He only pit 1 time, so he needs to pit again. So behind him are the provisional leaders with VZS, Kane, and Kep on the podium. Now Ems is gonna send it on his right side, but I think he's gonna back out. He doesn't wanna risk getting damage or getting spun. So it's a really smart choice. As now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cars fighting for a very good position here in Melbourne today.
Here comes Kane down the inside on VZS. Again, this is a smart move from VZS. He knows the DRS is right there. He's going to retake the lead immediately from Kane. Is Keppa going to go on the inside of Kane and take that position? No, he's just going to slot behind comfortably. And right now, provisionally, the podium places are, believe it or not, VZS, Kane, and Abraham Keppa.
Oh my goodness gracious!
What just happened?
is
O'Neal up and
sick.
over. And that's a virtual safety car. Is that the break that Billy Boy needed? No, absolutely not. He was needed a safety car.
Will he even make it on fuel?
He's at 35%. Is he gonna make it?
He has to bid again.
I mean,
Bid
literally.
out and out.
There's no doubt.
He needs to bid this lap, in my opinion. He was last.
He's got 35% fuel. There's 5 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Isn't that right?
Wait, sorry, I kind of focused somewhere else. Can you repeat what you just said, JC, please?
So, it's 30 laps in this Grand Prix, right? 30 laps.
Yeah, 29 is the last lap of the race.
Okay, because Billy Boy has 35% on fuel. So, is there a way that he could get, like, he could save fuel? I don't think so.
If he gets behind the pack,
I think he's gambling.
It's a possibility.
I
But
think
without
he's just trying to
DRS,
gamble.
it's not possible at all. It's not possible without DRS.
He's just trying to gamble right now. Which, again, it's smart. But I don't think it's going to play out in his favor.
Now, Dill comes out of the pit lane.
He already has 6 track limits, too.
M6.
Here comes Dill and M6. They're side by side. And here comes VZS down the inside on Billy Boy. And he's going to take the lead. And they're nearly 3 wide there. Balky just going to go and slide behind the back of the Dill machine. And M6 had to go a little wide as well. They just honestly, it's been a great race between all these rappers. Midas is on the outside of Dice. Harley also there. This pack of 3 is trying to get back up to this pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars.
Kane and Billy Boy are side by side. I think Kane really wants to overtake Billy Boy as he needs to be behind VZS as soon as possible.
Yeah, and that's some chaos back here as Balky forces M6 into the wall. M6 goes into the wall and drops all the way back with a pack of Dice, Midas, and Harley, who again are trying to get back to the pack that he was once in. And that's just really unfortunate. They went 3 wide into that corner and just all hell broke loose. And now it is comfortably VZS leading. I say comfortably, but anything can happen at any given moment. I'm saying that because VZS, honestly, today has really just been unstoppable in a sense of the fact that every time someone gets to his back bumper, let's just say a bumper glitch happens. We had a car fly in the air. We had a car flip over. A lot of incidents happen. As Kane is going to have the DRS, is he going to force his way through the inside? Again, this is something you just cannot do. I'm sorry. You literally cannot just honk and say, hey, that's my line. No, that's not how things work. That's like going to a parking garage and someone already being parked there and you're like, hey, that's my spot. No, that's not how things work. You can hear the cars honk. And that usually signals, hey, I'm on the inside. No, 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 no. If you're Kane here, staying behind in this position is smart. But again, you also have to be very aggressive as well. Or you can play the waiting game. Because you're on lap 20 out of 30. Coming up to the white flag as well. Billy Boy honestly might make it. I'm not being so for him. Might make it, actually. It's going to be really close. What a like actually crazy turn of events would be if he actually did finish this race.
We would have a Dice and Harley in this pack too.
Oh my gosh, they're going to go side by side. Yep, VZS is going to get the DRS here.
And he's lagging. He's lagging here.
And Billy Boy is still trying to force his way on the inside. He cannot do, he's got to stop doing that. Because, again, you got to go full throttle on that straightaway. You really have all the DRS in the world. You got to use that DRS properly. It's not going to play out in your factor at all if you just keep going off the throttle. And here's the final lap of the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Kane leads. VZS in second. What is going to happen here? Billy Boy is running low on fuel. Somehow, some way, is in 3rd place. In the podium places.
Remember, he has track limit penalties unless he can send in removals, and he might run out of fuel also. That's
true
a
that.
huge factor too.
Absolutely true that. Here they go again. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is for all the marbles. How is Kane going to defend this? Is VZS just going to go and send it down the inside? What is he going to do here? He's going to go on the outside. He has the DRS. He has the speed. If you're Kane, you got to try and block. He's going to try and do so, but it's probably not going to be enough as VZS is going to have the DRS. Kane's going to try and force him wide, but it's not going to be enough. VZS takes the lead of the Grand Prix on the final lap of the race as they go through the final corners. VZS has been absolutely unstoppable, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. He's going to go out of the final corner after a car goes flying into the air off a bumper glitch, and he's going to win the Australian Formula Nitro Academy race.
I'm in shock. I'm in shock.
What a call.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chat, guys, we gotta get an instant replay on that. That was
Hello?
Hi, Thomas.
Bro, what is this guy giggling about now? He's giggling. Is this guy giggling in the dark? Oh my god.
I can't.
Academy's not this funny.
Dude, did you not see what just happened?
No, what happened?
Oh
By the
my
way,
God.
I'm pretty sure VZS won't.
Yeah, I was
win.
wondering.
I'm pretty sure. I've
I was
looked. I've looked, and I've seen about 6 pit entry cuts. I've seen
Oh
about
my
6
gosh.
taken out by him.
I can't even go
I
back
don't
in the
think
screen.
VZS
That's
are
so
keeping
lame,
the
bro.
win, bro.
Hold on. I can't. No, I can't. Oh my gosh, that did not just Chat, we're gonna get an instant replay. I'm gonna be dead quiet so you guys can just hear this. Oh my goodness, y'all. That
Yeah, I
did not
didn't-
just that did not just
Um,
happen, bro. That was actually so funny. Oh my gosh. Alright,
So
yeah.
Kepper could win this race.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering about
depending
that.
on VZS's pen.
Okay, guys, we're gonna give you guys an instant replay of what just went down.
Wait, what actually happened though? Because I was looking at like.
Bro, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, look at my stream right now. Just look at my stream, please, okay? Hold on one sec. First of all, let's go to the podium celebrations here. I gotta go to the podium celebrations, because, oh my gosh. Guys, we're gonna get an instant replay on that finish in a second, but, like, I just need to process what just happened. Here's your podium right now. It is VZS in first. Second is Keppa. And then it's Bulky in third. Is that right? Bulky
Yes.
finished
Oh, yeah.
third.
Yes.
Wow, what a comeback! That's incredible. Wow.
Okay, wait.
Well,
show us
let's show you guys what just went down, because honestly, man, what the actual heck just went down, bro? Oh my goodness gracious, folks. Hold on one sec. We're gonna get this all figured out here. I cannot believe that just happened. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I cannot believe that just happened. It's actually so funny, dude. Oh my gosh. Nope, that's wrong. Okay, hold on. Alright, I gotta get Google figured out here. One sec. Alright, we got Google hooked up. Google. Bro, why is Google not? He has this. Hold on, why is Google not, like, hooking up properly? Here it is. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's do this here. Oh my gosh. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, so watch this here, folks. Watch what happens here, alright? Here we go.
The speed. If you're Kane, you gotta try and block. He's going to try and do so, but it's probably not going to be enough as VZS is going to have the DRS. Kane's going to try and force him wide, but it's not going to be enough. VZS takes the lead of the Grand Prix on the final lap of the race as they go through the final corners. VZS has been absolutely unstoppable, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. He's going to go out of the final corner after a car goes flying into the air off a bumper glitch, and he's going to win the Australian Formula Nitro Academy race.
Yeah, VZS is not keeping the win.
I'm in shock. I'm in shock.
I can give half the grid penalties anyway, so. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. That did not just happen, bro.
Oh my, I'm so done, bro.
Well, guys, that's how the stream's gonna end, y'all. Oh. That's how the Grand Prix ends, y'all. That's how the Grand Prix ends. I can't, bro. That's actually unreal. I don't think VZS is gonna keep the win, but oh, dude. That is so funny. I gotta show Commander that. That was actually hilarious. My goodness.